now it's time to pick the winner for the STI sweepstakes. A lot of you guys who participated, first off, thank you. We submitted everything to our sweepstakes company and they just basically gave us the final envelope here that has the winner inside. So we got Ricky on the line here. Show Ricky to the camera. He couldn't make it here today. Here we go. And the winner of our 2018 STI is Jeremy Edwards.
Jeremy,
congratulations, brother.
All right.
Jeremy is from Rapid City, South Dakota.
Dang, South Dakota.
I've never been to South Dakota.
Me neither.
Just joined throtlVIP Gold, and he bought Part Supply t-shirt, the poster, and he also got a jet tag and I think one other order too this year. So I see a total of three orders.
Wow.
And a VIP membership, so congrats.
Well, thank you for supporting us, Jeremy. That's awesome, and I'm
You're
glad
the winner.
you won the car.
Now it's time to call him.
Let's call him.
Let's see if he answers. Here we go. We're going to South Dakota. And you want to play a joke on him? Checking in on your order?
No,
I
I think we just get after it.
Just straight into it this time?
Straight into it.
Straight in.
Hey, bud, you won the car. Congrats. All right, we'll see you later. Just kidding.
All right, Jeremy, right? I'll leave him.
Hey, Jeremy. Leave a message after the beep.
Hey Jeremy, how's it going, man? This is Evan from Throtl. I really got to talk to you. There's an issue with your VIP Gold membership. If you could give me a call back as soon as possible, that would be awesome. Thank you.
You didn't leave your number.
It's a cell phone.
He ain't buying that, dog.
All right, now I'm gonna text him.
There's an issue with your gold VIP membership. We want to upgrade you to platinum.
A few minutes later.
Hello?
Hey, Evans, Jeremy.
Oh, hey Jeremy, how are you, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I actually wanted to call because you're the winner of the STI, brother.
Am I really?
You won the 2018
Yeah,
STI.
buddy. Congrats, man.
I got Mickey, Rick, and Ricky on the line here as well.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, bro. It's yours, buddy.
What do you drive now?
Right now, a Nissan Sentra.
Oh,
All right.
It's an upgrade for you.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Depends on how dope his Sentra is.
So where do you live again?
I'm in Arizona right now, but I'm stationed out in South Dakota.
Very cool. Well, yeah, so first off, I want to say thank you for being a Throtl VIP member. And you got some merch. Well, now you got a car to match it too.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to come see it.
All right, so the process is pretty straightforward. After we get off the phone, I will email you a bunch of things, and essentially we'll figure out how we can get you out here within the next couple weeks.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Jeremy, man.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait
Yeah.
to show you the car, brother. Again, another
He's
guy
shocked.
that is like
he's in total
so
shock.
beside himself.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, congratulations again. Can't wait to meet you, brother. The car is awesome. You're going to love every minute of it. And yeah, he's stationed in South Dakota,
Rapid City.
but he's in Arizona right now. So we'll see you in a couple weeks. Congratulations, and thank you guys to everyone who participated. And just know that every dollar you spend right now on throtl.com gives you an entry to win the Mustang 5.0, the brand new Mustang. I know Mickey's crying on the inside. But yeah, that thing is gonna be super awesome. So thank you guys again, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Welcome back to the video, guys. Today we've got a bunch of suspension goods for our S550 Mustang. We've got our Steeda Stop the Hop kit and a bunch of other Steeda goods, including a Ford Performance rear sway bar with our Steeda end links. We also have an ultralight G-Track brace for the front subframe as well. We've got 80 durometer and 90 durometer differential bushings here. These are also from Steeda. We're going to be trying to eliminate any flex that you would find between your IRS or your front subframe and the chassis. I think we've got pretty much the complete package. It's going to make this thing handle really well at the track. If you guys have an S550 Mustang or any other Ford product, click the link down below, head on over to throtl.com where we have all these parts available for sale. I'm gonna go ahead and start in the front with our 2-point ultralight G-Track brace, and what this does is actually ties our front subframe together in the rear where it mounts to the chassis. It's a pretty cool idea. They just TIG welded a little spacer that goes up inside the subframe on a welding rod so that you can feed it in and line it up. right, the ultralight G-Track brace is in for the front subframe. As you can see, it's basically boxing in these two legs that come off and mount to the chassis back here. What that's gonna do is allow this thing to not squirm at all under load. And with these sticky RT660s, that's sure to happen. So this is a nice addition. It also adds a little bit of protection underneath the car as well, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna start with our differential mount bushing system. And we're gonna use the 80 durometer. We're not gonna go with the bone jarring 90 durometer just yet. The nice thing is we can swap these out as needed. I'm gonna go with the softer ones because I do plan to drive this thing on the street. And whoever wins this car is probably going to appreciate that as well. Want to make it as drivable as possible. Just got to pass the girlfriend test, you know what I mean? So basically you're sandwiching the factory bushing. If you watch this car do a launch and you put a GoPro here and look at those bolts, when you launch the car and you let the clutch out, these things actually go up and down like this much. They actually go probably ½ inch or an inch up and down. They're meant to absorb the shock and keep the ride inside the car nice and comfortable. But we want to sacrifice a little bit of that ride comfort for the traction, the grip that's going to give us. So these Steeda parts will do that. So we're going to be installing these 80 durometer urethane bushings here on these two. And then we've got another set of mounts up here. And the other two will go on the front up here. We have to swap out this hardware, pull it out, replace it with the new hardware, and then this will slide in from this side. And in order to do this, we're going to pull the rear subframe bolts out first, drop the rear down a little bit so we can get to those, and then we'll do the same thing on the front. And when we do that, we'll be able to put our subframe alignment dowels in as well as the collars. All right, so the rear ones are in. We'll come back. I put this on a low torque setting. We're gonna go back and we'll hit these at 129 foot-pounds with our torque wrench once we get the fronts in.
Never stop, never settle. I got Henny all in my cup. I'm on top, I'm on a level, yeah. I'm trying to get to the back. Got it on lock, got it on smash, yeah. She trying to holler what's up. I'm with this how it is, yeah. When you on your way up. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, yeah. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way, yeah. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, I'm on my way.
That's a big bolt. IRS subframe alignment kit is these Delrin spacers basically. And if you look right here, you can see how big the opening is for the bolt to go through. And what that means is there's so much play, because this is ideally what's holding that in place. Look how much play is here. So once you put this in, you've got all this. So this subframe could be crooked, front, back, side, whatever. Could not be centered. And that will throw your alignment off, all kinds of stuff. So Steeda makes this part. It's gonna slip up inside the subframe, and that's gonna allow for no slop at all in the subframe. So it's gonna be centered. So that's what we want. Gonna have to pull this apart, it looks like, to get these in. But these should do a lot of good work for us. That thing just slid right in, so that's nice. I just put a little bit of that urethane lube on it and slid it right into the subframe. You can see now we got a nice tight hole. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Hey.
And we can start putting these back in. We'll move on to the front. right, guys, we're gonna move on to our subframe braces. These nice gray parts here. These are gonna mount up under here, and they're gonna tie our unibody rail into the subframe at this location here, and I believe this location here, and then this back bolt here. I gotta go ahead and remove those bolts, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and I'll show you guys where these things go. All right, well, it's been a long afternoon. That's a lot of parts to install, and I only got through about 3/4 of it today. None of the stuff is particularly hard to install, it's just time consuming. Let's see, we've got our differential bushings in, we've got our subframe collars in, subframe braces in, that's these gray bars under here. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back on this tomorrow, so I'll check back in with you guys in the morning, and we'll get this stuff going. All right, it's the next day and we're back with our Mustang S550. We've got a pickup with our sway bar and sway bar end links from Steeda. We've also got our camber arms from Steeda, our vertical links from Steeda, and our rear toe arms from Steeda, all of which are gonna help tighten up the rear end of this car. As you can see here, this is our stock GT rear sway bar and the Ford Performance stabilizer bar here, which looks marginally more buff. It's definitely gonna stiffen up the rear end quite a bit on turn-in and stuff like that. And hopefully even make the rear end a little more predictable, which is pretty cool. Let me go ahead and slap this bad boy in. Replacing these lower toe links, upper camber arms, and the vertical link.
Oh, yeah, these are like little babies compared
Steeda.
to the Steeda stuff.
Yeah, these are stamped steel, so with the billet we're gonna get a lot more strength, and it's still lightweight, and we're gonna get a urethane bushing as opposed to these rubber bushings. Same with all these.
Hey, one other thing to note that I saw in the comment section is they're like, way to burn out those tires. You're gonna give away a car with bald tires. We've already got another set of Falcon Azenas on the way, guys. Don't worry about that.
Trust us, guys. This isn't our first rodeo. We give away cars all the time, and you can ask anyone that's won one of our cars. It never comes with burnt out tires. So one thing I want to do is make sure that when we put this car back on the ground, the alignment is the same as what it was when we started, because I need to drive this to the alignment shop. So I went ahead and used a 3/8 extension through the bolt hole, and then I used the long bolt from the factory arm to align these two bottom bolts. That way we know when this goes back in the car, the alignment's going to be the same. All right, now that the camber arms are in, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to our vertical arms right here. And these are just as simple as removing the 18 and 15 millimeter bolts, swapping in the Steeda part. Man, I can't wait to feel what a difference this makes. Factory arms use a camber adjustment washer on the inboard bolt. Steeda has provided these offset washers that are going to lock the outer arm into place because this subframe is slotted. If you don't install these, just install a washer, you're gonna get slop or play in the bottom arm, toe arm. So we're gonna go ahead and use their supplied offset washers. And those actually rest right inside the subframe stoppers for the factory adjustment washers. And this will keep this centered up where we need it. Right there. All right, well, the right rear corner is now complete. Man, I'm so excited about these Steeda parts. Not only are they gonna perform well, they look awesome. I love getting underneath a car and seeing all of these custom arms and billet parts and urethane bushings. So this upgrade's twofold for me. Not only is it gonna perform well, it's gonna look sick. So anytime we pull these wheels off, I'm gonna be excited because I love looking at this stuff. When we did our 240SX, we did all these arms, and I really think it's a great compliment to any chassis to be able to adjust this stuff on the fly. The factory componentry that we took off is actually adjustable, but there's only a very small parameter that you can actually use those arms for adjustment here, so you're gonna get very minimal amount of adjustment. Whereas these arms are gonna allow us a litany of adjustments we can make on the fly, just laying on our backs underneath the car, because everything is easy to get to. Everything has jam nuts and is locked out. You literally just snap the jam nuts loose and give a wrench on either of these, and we can adjust toe, adjust camber on the fly, which is pretty awesome. Which also means it will be really easy to adjust when we go do our racing alignment. So ease of use, gotta love it. All right, well, I just wrapped up the other side of the car, and that was a couple days ago now. So I've actually had some time to drive the car, and I'll be honest, I was a little nervous because we're stiffening up everything in the back end of this car, and we also added the bar on the front subframe that stiffened up that as well. So I was quite a bit concerned that this car was gonna become not so fun to daily drive. I was wrong, thankfully. The Steeda parts actually added a lot of support to the rear end without adding a lot of rigidity, which is great. So the car already handles pretty stiff because of the ST suspension, the coilovers. And with the addition of the Steeda stuff, now we just don't have any of the vibration in the rear end or the movement of the differential and those components. And now we also have our subframes tied into the unibody very nicely. The car drives awesome. It handles like it's on rails. I cannot wait to get this thing out to the track for the Falcon Tire Track Day coming up in just a week's time. It's gonna be epic. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys have a Mustang, consider the Steeda parts. They're awesome. They go on super smooth. There are install videos for every component that they sell, which is great. You can go right to their website and find those, so it makes the installs much easier. None of the stuff was very difficult to install. It could all be done right on your shop floor in your garage with hand tools and a jack. If you would like to see the full complement of Steeda parts, you can head on over to throtl.com. Buy those parts there for your Mustang or any other Ford product that you may have that they provide products for. Every dollar you spend on our site is actually an entry to win our Mustang. And if you're a VIP member, every dollar you spend is 5 entries to win. So I highly recommend signing up for our VIP program. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I had a blast installing all these parts, and I'm really enjoying the car now. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know what you want to see us do next to the car. We'll see you guys in the next one. You can, I mean, if you want to do like, you want to do some panning shots of this stuff? Or?
Yeah, I'll let you talk about it.
Panning shots?
Panning shots, yeah.
Hey, I'm not in this.
Yeah.
And today I've got a special guest with me, Calvin Cabilling. He's going to be installing and breaking all of my bolts as we install this.
Don't do that! E-minor!
You guys always ask why you don't see torque wrenches when we do installs. Well, here, this is our torque wrench.
I go to the gym! So I break bolts!
I'm going to go ahead and knock this out without the bolt breaker, and we should be okay.
Yeah, E-minor!
E-minor.
He doesn't know SpongeBob. You don't know SpongeBob either? I'm leaving. I can't work with these people.
Then E minor. Yeah, E minor, alright, yeah!
You know what I heard? TJ doesn't care about NSXs.
There's a little Call of Duty meme in there.
I saw that.
So you
I don't even play that game. But
you do like a figure 8 because you're sniping. Then you go.
Yep.